Hey guys, what's going on? Today I'm going to cover my month 3 Infinity Gauntlet tournament. So it was 300 points and it was modern age and we were playing for champion and the power gem. Now this one has been highly competitive because it's 300 points, so you're not going to have a lot of options, and a lot of people are playing the gauntlet with the soul gem, and it's really powerful because you can potentially get +1 to all your stats, and you can pick a random power, or you can get +2 to all your stats and also get powers as well. This is really powerful, and you can get it with only 15 points to your team. So if you haven't been following online in HC Realms, this 300 points, I mean, it's really popular for competitive play, and it's fairly difficult because now with Superman, it's just the fact that you can TK Superman out, outwit, and hypersonic for 6 damage. I mean, you have to compete with that. And then we got word of new figures being retired. They're not currently retired yet, but they will be soon. So like Metron and Nightcrawler figures will not be allowed at this year's Gen Con because they'll be retired at that time. This is one of the teams that I was considering, the JSA, Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman, but I chose not to play this just because I was afraid of In-Betweener and Imperex. Just these nasty figures. If I'm not able to get the correct rolls I need, they could just get neutered. So I chose not to go this route. This was another team that I was thinking about running for a couple days, and then at the last minute I chose to not run it just because Metron has been overused quite a bit, and the fact that he doesn't have a move and attack. Elsa was really for Imperex and other figures that are above 250 points because she does penetrating damage to them, and it's pretty nice. For Imperex, because he's a giant, she gets +2 to her attack as well, and she alone would be able to take him out, I think, or at least put enough damage where Metron would be able to take the final blows out. And with Metron, he has Pulse Wave, so you do not take Mystic damage for doing that. And he has Outwit, Probability, and Perplex. So he's pretty much a jack of all trades, 10 attack, 18 impervious. So I chose not to run this just because I just thought it lacked a few things that I thought I needed to do. So the team that I chose to play this month was the Green Lantern Alan Scott from DC 75 and the Flash White Lantern from also DC 75. Now, the reason why I chose this team was because I needed to be able to get to Superman or any other figure ASAP, if the time came up where I felt like I needed to get over there. These figures both have TK on their starting dials, and yes, I used the gauntlet just because everyone was using the gauntlet. I felt that if I wanted to be able to compete and have the chance to get +1 or +2 to my dial, I had to do that, which I put on the Green Lantern. He also has Running Shot, and he has Psychic Blast, 17 defense with Impervious, and Indomitable. And he has a trait where he can see through stealth. And if you hit someone in stealth, they no longer become stealth throughout the rest of your turn. And Flash, he is a flyer, 8 range, hypersonic, 18 super senses, 3 damage with Perplex, and TK for a 10 attack. Basically, the White Lantern Flash is just awesome. He's not overpowering because if you push him, he takes damage. He doesn't have the ability to prevent that. And his attack is good. 10 is good, and he stays pretty high attacks, but it's not over, and he doesn't really do a ton of damage. He has no outwit, no damage reducers. But for a Flash, no Flash, other than the White Lantern Flash, has range and can fly, as far as I know. So this figure is incredible for that. It's almost like a Superman minus the ability not to have super strength. So that's pretty awesome. and he's 138 points. So combine this with the Infinity Gauntlet and the Soul Gem, comes out to 298. So you're asking how I did. Well, I did pretty good. I got second place. I went 3-0, and there was 2 undefeated winners, so we decided to give first and second place to those undefeated players. I believe the judge said I was 3 points away from actually scoring number 1. All in all, it ended up giving me the chance to win the champion, which I'm very happy about because I was not able to get in-betweener. I want to keep champion, but I mean, if somebody would, you know, be willing to trade an extra in-betweener to me for something, I was able to basically TK or run and shot or hypersonic on characters every turn, being able to roll the gem twice every 3 turns because of Indom. Went pretty good. I actually cleared all my opponents in all 3 and 1 of my matches and lost no figures. But there were 2 matches where Green Lantern really was down to his last click. And the final match was against Michael, Oreo FL. It was incredible, and I have to say, we always have great matches. So it basically came down to his Maelstrom, Talia, and Cypher. He copied JSA. I was able to knock out Cypher with Flash, got TK, knocked him out there, and then later on took out Talia. But Maelstrom, he gets really good once you give him damage, and that's what he got. And he was able to get his gem to +1 all his stats, and I'm sure he will explain and tell his story about the tournament. But basically, it ended up with me giving Green Lantern Close Combat Expert, and he had +1 to all of his stats. I got Perplexed up to a 12 attack, and with Close Combat Expert, he was doing 6 damage. This was basically an all or nothing attack. I needed to roll and 7. I rolled an 8, and he had the ability where if you roll your impervious and you make it, the opponent that attacked you takes a click of damage. I did this earlier, and he hit his impervious, so I took a click of damage. At this point, I was able to hit him, and he did not make his roll. And once he took all the clicks of damage, it was just enough to take him out. 1 click less, he would have been on his last click, and it would have been really, really bad. So I have to say, this month was pretty fun, very stressful building a team, but this was my winning team, and I'm pretty happy with it. Did not expect this. I haven't seen anyone use this team, so I thought that was pretty cool. And the champion looks pretty cool. Really powerful stats. Not sure how he's gonna work out, you know, in a match, but I mean, those are really nasty. And for what I've seen so far, it looks like he gets a negative bonus if you use him with a team. So he's really someone that wants to fight by himself. And the Power Gem gives you the ability to have Range Combat Expert or Close Combat Expert depending on your range. If you have a range of 4 or less, you have Close Combat Expert, and if it's more than that, you have Range Combat Expert. Thanks guys for watching my recap of month 3 of Infinity Gauntlet. Hopefully you guys enjoy your tournaments and you have some good luck to win your champion and have the ability to pick up your second gem. You should have the Soul Gem, and now you get the Power Gem. Alright guys, take it easy and have a good week. Statistically speaking, 7 is the easiest roll to make. Gonna perplex on my attack. I only play theme teams. Crit hit, yes! I'll prop that. Anything but a crit miss. Crit miss, damn it. Missed by 1. I hate my dice.